Good morning. Happy 2024. Happy New Year. Happy year of abundance. Happy year of wealth. I'm going to wait to see who else is awake January 1st at 8 a.m. I may very well be talking to myself this morning, but I don't mind. I'm awake. It's 8 a.m. I am ready for this year. Bring it all on. And those of you that end up joining, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for all of us. I'm so excited for all the things that we're going to have this morning. Yay! You all are awake. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy abundant 2024. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Beth. All right. See, good morning, Mama Tasha. I love it. All right. So, oh my gosh, it is a brand new year. Like, are you excited? Do you realize not only is it a brand new year, it is an 8 year. In numerology, this is the year of abundance and prosperity. Like, literally, you're going to have to try hard. You're really going to have to work against the laws to not have abundance and wealth. Everything is set up in our favor this year, especially for those of us who are seeking to express abundance, to experience abundance, to have and call in our divine, rightly ours wealth. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is it. This is the year we've been waiting for. All right, so I see good morning. Happy 2024. Happy and blessed 2024. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So listen, I feel like I have loved on this community enough over all of these years. I have been doing this for 12 years now. I've been coming on live every Monday morning for years. And so this morning, I want to exercise my right to speak lovingly and directly. And like somebody said, Mama Tasha, I just want to bring it all to you from my heart. I want to set you up for everything that you deserve this year. And I want you to really listen this morning from your heart. All right. So good morning, everyone. Happy Sangwani. Woo! From Africa. Good morning. Happy New Year. Well, Sangwani, you've probably been awake for a few hours. The ones of you, someone's here from Seattle, which means it's 5 a.m. for her. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure how you could be awake at this hour. But anyway, here we are. Lisa, Happy New Year. Okay, so first thing I want us to do before we dive into this conversation, because hopefully you love me at the end, is I'm going to ask you all, would you declare right now 2024 was my wealth year? Go ahead and type it, declare it, write it out, write it with your chest. Put it in there with the energy of everything that you've got. Go ahead and type that. Declare it here publicly. Hang on a second. Let me get this screen maximized so I can see you all. All right, go ahead and I want to see. 2024 was my wealth year. 2024 was my wealth year. Go ahead, everyone. That's right, Lisa, Beth. Ooh, 2024 was my wealth year. Happy New Year, Deanna. Gina, is that Gina? Wow, long time no see. 2020. Hey, Kirsty. Happy New Year to you too. All right, so listen, we are going to make a declaration right now. 2024 was my wealth year. Like we did that thing this year. 2024 was, right? We're going to the end of 2024 and we're making this declaration. Listen, you all, if I could get my husband to do this, if I could get my husband to do this, I can get you all to do this. That's right. Hey, Suzanne, 2024 was my wealth year. That is it. That's right. Echo is on here too. Wow. All my longtime friends are back today. So listen, the reason I am asking and I'm starting off this way this morning is that the truth is, and this is the part where I'm just going to be direct and loving with you this morning, is that I feel like, I mean, I see people on here who have been on this journey with me or personally for at least 12 years, right? So I know that someone who shows up at 8 a.m. on New Year's Day to hear this conversation is someone who is well on their way on their spiritual journey. And I'm just going to give it to you straight. If you are not claiming big wealth, right? This morning's topic is big wealth visionaries only. In other words, I was like, don't come listen if that's not you. It's very clear. Big wealth visionaries only. And if there are people out there who are not claiming big wealth for yourself, you do not understand the spiritual laws. You don't really understand them. And that's okay. Like, no judgment. But I'm just telling you straight, if you are not claiming big wealth, you truly do not understand why you're here, what this whole thing called life is all about, what is divinely and rightly yours, how it should be, the abundance that you should have. It's just one of those things, right? It's okay. It's like, hey, listen, I don't really understand, Tasha. I really don't understand, because I see myself, I see the way that I don't, I'm like not claiming it. I'm really not claiming it. So I want to see, let's see. All right. Happy New Year, Kiki. So if you're not claiming big wealth, you do not understand the spiritual laws. And what I mean like by that is only those who ask receive. Only those who ask receive. Only those who expect largely receive largely. That's the law. It's not the lucky few. It's not, it's none of that stuff that our limitations have allowed us to believe over the years. It truly is spiritual law. Only those who ask receive. Only those who expect largely receive largely. Only those who claim it become it. That is why I started off this morning. I was like, very first thing I want everyone to do is 2024 was my wealth year. Claim it. Only those who claim it become it. Only those who resist. This is really powerful. Only those who resist staying comfortable reach the promised land of lavish abundance. Only those who resist staying comfortable. And how is that a spiritual law? Only those who resist your limitations, your fears, your not good enough, your all the stuff that are not a part of the law. Only those who resist all of that stuff will reach the promised land of lavish abundance. So yes, lavish abundance, more please. And here's where I want you to think about this, right? So I want you to think about, if only those who ask receive, are you asking? If only those who expect largely receive largely, are you expecting largely? If only those who claim it become it. If only those who resist the temptation to stay comfortable get to the promised land. Right? What are your actions like? And so I just want you to be reflective as we start this year, because one of the things that I've noticed in our community is we go gangbusters for writing stuff, saying stuff, but there's, like my daughter would say it with your chest, right? So we are amazing at declaring it. We're amazing at writing it out. We're amazing at saying, yes, we're at the front of the line. But truthfully, my friends, when it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, and that is why I said big wealth visionaries only, because I can tell you, big wealth visionaries they do not fall prey to staying comfortable. They don't. They are literally, what do we know? When you think of a visionary, those are the trailblazers. Those are the ones who stepped outside their comfort zone. They changed the world. They went after their dreams. They did all the things that they came here to do, right? And I want you to start this year like with the declaration of shattering the comfort zone. I want you to start this year resisting, like declaring, I will not fall prey to this little comfortable place that I have become accustomed to, right? So I want to share a story with you, and the beautiful lady that um, this story relates to is on here this morning. So I'm just going to tell you, I love you, and thank you for giving me this aha from this experience. So recently, you all know that I did a live event, right? And before the live event, I sent out a survey to everyone that was attending, and I said, hey, how many of you on a scale of 1 to 10 are interested in building empires? Now, people who want to build empires are big wealth visionaries. And you should probably know that I personally invited every woman that was in attendance at this event. I sat back and I was like, in my community, these are the women that I feel in my spirit are big wealth visionaries, right? So I sent the survey out and I was a little surprised when it came back. And there were a few ladies that, a few, maybe three, right, out of everyone in attendance, that actually said on a scale of 1 to 10, wanting a big empire was like a 1 to 3. And I was like, really? Really? You don't want a big empire? But I'm not here to judge. I'm only here to inspire, to help you to understand the spiritual laws, to help you understand what's divinely and rightly yours. And so I went through the event. And after it was done, I reached out to this one particular woman who I love with all my heart. And I said, I'm just curious, how do you feel now about wanting to build an empire? And she was honest with me and said, you know what I realized was I had to ask myself, why have I given up on my dream? Why have I given up on my dream to work with celebrities? That's her big wealth vision. And so it was not that she does not want an empire. What it was is that she was going against spiritual law. In her spirit was placed the desire to work with celebrities. In her spirit was everything that she needs in order to be a big, massive wealth visionary. But she had chosen in her, just like all of us, in that moment of humanness, she had chosen to not foster her dream anymore of working with celebrities. And so I wanted to share that story with all of you because I saw myself as she shared that. I really asked myself, where am I giving up on my big wealth vision? Where am I not believing anymore? Where am I, sitting there in not expecting largely? Where am I not asking for it even? It is amazing to me when we sit around as women and we talk, how many of us really are not even doing that part. We're not even asking, right? And only those who ask receive. Only those who resist the temptation to stay comfortable reach the promised land. So there's two things I want to have you remember this morning when we talk about spiritual laws. There's two things that are just on my spirit to share. And here's what it is when it comes to being a big wealth visionary. If you've decided this year, 2024, you're going all in for what is yours, remember, you're not asking for stuff that doesn't belong to you. It is yours. You did not come here to have a little mediocre, small, be under the radar, be just enough. That was never the plan for you. That is not even worth coming here, right? You came here to fully express big, massive abundance. Now, abundance is going to be different for all of us, right? The number, the way it looks, what it includes is going to be different for all of us. For some of us, the number may be massive and big. For others, it might not be. But what I know is no matter what the number looks like, whatever is included in your definition of massive abundance, you came here to experience it all. And it is divinely and rightly yours. You're not asking and begging for something. This is yours. This is the spiritual law. We have to, and let me not say you, we, myself included, right? We have to understand that this is ours. It belongs to you. But only those who ask will receive. Only those who expect largely will receive largely. Only those who claim it like it's yours. But if you're not claiming it, you're not going to have it, my friends. Only those who claim it will get it, will become it. Only those who resist the temptation to stay comfortable will reach the promised land. Those are big visionaries. Those are the things that we do, right? That's right. You desire it because it's already yours. So here's the thing. These two things I want you to think of as your foundation for 2024. It is not possible to manifest, to receive, to create any more than you think is possible. It is not possible to manifest, to receive, or to create any more than you think is possible. Think about that for a moment. You're only going to manifest, to receive, to create, to experience, honestly, what you think is possible for yourself. It's not possible to receive any more than that. That is the first thing I want to share with you. And I'm going to tell you the story that one of the wealthiest men I've ever met told me. He said he was in a network marketing business. And those of you that have done that, you know, it's all about building territories, right? Building countries is really where the massive wealth gets accumulated. And so in his downline was a man who was Japanese. And Japan in this business was entirely like unopened, right? So the company's about to go to Japan and they're like, hey, anybody have any connections there? This man was Japanese, had grown up there, came to the States, built a business, was a proper little, accountant. And this was a network marketing business in skincare, right? So my friend, his upline, says to him, hey, this is a massive opportunity for your business. Do you want to go to Japan and help open up the country? Like literally, you do this, you go in there, you help open it up, you are set for life. And the man said, I can't do that. I am not, in that business. They name the uplines something like, I don't know, elite. He's like, I'm not an elite, with the little pin in this business. I can't go into Japan. I have no credibility, right? The bottom line is he did not see himself as it being possible for him to receive at that level. He was literally like, I don't have these things, so I can't go open up a country. And my friend turned to him and took his pin off. This is all that it is. It's just a little thing that you decide, this is the credibility I need. And my friend just took it off and gave it to him. He goes, okay, now you are team elite. Go. This man went, right? He, in that instant, all he did was switch to seeing what was possible for him, switch to giving himself permission. That is it. Give yourself permission to even believe that more than you've ever believed is possible for you. Just give yourself permission to believe it. Give yourself permission to have the credibility that you think you need. Give yourself permission to dream bigger than anybody in your family has ever dreamed, to say yes and to claim things that you've never experienced before. Give yourself permission to do that. And so this Japanese man went and was one of the families that opened Japan, and he became wealthier than my friend who is like ridiculously wealthy, right? So I always remember that story because I was like, oh my God, the thing that was stopping him and about to not have him experience what was divinely and rightly his. He came here to have that level of abundance, this Japanese man. And I'm talking about money that is so ridiculous to even say. It's crazy, but he could have missed it because in that moment, he was not willing to think beyond his limitation. He was not willing to think it's possible for me, right? Without this little badge, this little title. And so I just want you to think about that. You can only receive this year what you think is possible for you to receive. So that's number one. I'm looking at the comments over here. Number two, to receive more, you must expect more. You must ask for more. I want to show you my 2023 money manifested board. It's my 2023 money manifested board. And I want to share something with you. P.S. Side note, You all know January 13th, Saturday, January 13th is National Vision Board Day. We don't do vision boards here in our family, right? We're all about creating a manifested board, a money manifested board. So on January 13th, make sure you're all registered. Come be with me. We're going to do this for you. So here's the thing. I have pretty much all of my boards from the last, oh my God, I've been doing this for years. And before I did it as a board, I would write it down as a list. And so what I was thinking about last night as I was getting ready is I can't remember the last time I manifested exactly the number that I wrote down, right? So, one of the things that we do is money received. And my numbers are always ridiculous. I always try to challenge myself to just stretch my mind. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm like, okay, I know, and I don't go, this is what I made last year. So let me add 10%. I literally just like stretch myself. I go into my spirit. I think about what's beyond possible and I write it down. So I want to tell you this. I cannot remember the last time I manifested the number that I wrote down because number one, I always write big numbers. But number two, here is the lesson that I realized, and I want to share it with you. Because I'm always writing big numbers, even when I don't manifest it exactly, I manifest close to it. I manifest it sometimes the next year. And I thought to myself, if after a year or two, I was like, wow, I'm never manifesting these big numbers, so I'm just going to stop and be more realistic. I would not have manifested the amounts and the way that it's come over the last 10 years. The reason it's happened is I just keep asking and expecting largely. And I have no attachment to, I didn't manifest it exactly. If I put a big number and manifest 80% of it, I'm going to be way happier than if I put a small number and manifested 100% of it. You with me? Does that make sense to you? Like, does that make sense? Because that's what I see people doing, right? They stop expecting more. They give up. They stop asking largely because a couple times they did it and it didn't work out. A couple times they did it, it didn't work out. And they're like, you know what? Let me just go back to the regular stuff. Let me just go back to what's more realistic. Or let me just stop completely because it's not working. My friends, to receive more, you must expect more. You must be willing to ask for more. That is how it works. Because maybe it doesn't happen this year. One of the things that I realized in this journey myself is that sometimes it takes a germination period, right? Like it takes 9 months to have a baby. Sometimes my number is so crazy that there are things that need to process and need a little extra time to germinate in order for me to get it. So am I going to be mad if I wrote it last year and it like comes fully this year? I don't know about you, but I'm very happy because that means I am way further every single year than I was 10 years ago. I'm way further than I was last year. I'm way further than I was 2 or 3 years ago. I just keep asking largely. To expect more, you must be willing to ask for more. That's right, Kirsty. 10% of 1 billion is better than 100% of 100K. That's a word right there, Deanna. I love that. 10%, where did it go? 10% of 1 billion is better than 100% of $100,000, right? I'll take it. I don't know about you. So this is it. This is the year. We're going to embody wealth in this community. We're going to stop with playing small and staying in our comfort zone. Literally, it's like, put your all into it. Put everything into your wealth vision, everything that you've got, because when you have faith, when you're willing to ask largely, when you're willing to believe outside of your comfort zone, then magic happens. That's all I can tell you. But it's not going to happen if we're not asking, if we're not expecting, if we're not claiming it, and if we're staying comfortable. Those things are not going to happen. And here's why I just wanted to share that to start this year off is I'm committed to all of us getting to the promised land, December 31st, 2024. Every single one of us in that promised land of lavish abundance, right? So I just want to leave you. I can't see some of the comments. Ask for it in total faith. I know you probably already wrote your number. And listen, we're going to do this. We're going to create our money manifested board. I'm going to show you, take you through the process for doing this really powerfully this year on January 13th. But this is the year that I don't know about you. I'm proving you, God. You have been faithful. I could never say ever that things that I've asked, let me put it, everything I've ever asked for, I've received. Sometimes not in my timing, but everything I've ever asked for, I've received. So it's on me to challenge myself, to push beyond my boundaries and to ask for more, because God, universe, source is infinite in its supply, and God, universe, source is the supply. It's only limited by me. So this year, I'm like, it's not you, God, it's me. It's not you, universe. It's not you, source. It's really me, right? So I am challenging myself as a wealth visionary to erase the limits and to literally prove this. Everything that I believe and I stand on. And that's what I wanted to say is everyone is really great at making their declarations, saying their number, talking about their intentions. But you know what? Like, the faith behind it is not what it should be. And that's what I want to like impart on you this morning. Faith is a verb. It's active. It's an action. Do not put numbers out there if it doesn't match your faith. Be willing to ask for a number that matches your faith. And if you want a bigger number, have bigger faith. That part. The other thing is some of you will say, Tasha, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to think of a big number. So here's what I want you to do. I get it, right? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of a number that is realistic for you. Like, for example, this is how much I made last year. This is how much I'm going to make this year. If everything goes right, this is my number. Let's say for simplicity, it's $100,000. I know I'm going to make $100,000 this year, right? And Tasha, when you start talking about dreaming big and being a wealth visionary, honestly, Tasha, it's really hard for me. It's not easy. It doesn't come natural. I get it. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of your $100,000. And I just want you to go beyond that a little bit, maybe 120, right? And literally, I want you to just venture into the unknown. Maybe you put a little extra $20,000, a little extra 40, because you know what? You're like, I don't know how that's going to happen. That's a stretch for me, but I'm willing to just go there. Like, this is this is the process I walk my husband through, because you all know I'm a dreamer. He's a scientist, right? And so he's like, last night we were doing this and I said to him, babe, I asked him a question about how much would you want our properties to cash flow? And he was like, well, wait, that's not an easy question. Let me think about it. And he was going in his head to do numbers. And I was like, no, babe, that's not how this works. Like, just tell me a number, right? And so I get it. I live with that person myself. So what I want you to do is just stretch yourself a little bit. And so I just presented a number to him. I was like, what do you think about this number? He's like, okay, yeah, that would be great. And I realized originally he was trying to make sense of it, right? And I was like, babe, we don't need God if you need to make it make sense. If you need to calculate it and figure out how it could be possible, like, then you don't really need God, universe, source. You don't need the spiritual laws. Like, go do it yourself, right? What we're doing here is we're proving that these laws work. So just challenge yourself a little bit. Go a little bit into the unknown. I don't know how I'm going to do that 150K, but I'm willing to declare, I'm willing to dream it. I'm willing to have the faith that it is possible. That's all you have to do. You know what? I don't know how, but gosh, Tasha, it might happen. It might happen. I'm willing to think it's possible. I love it. If it wasn't big, you wouldn't need God. All right. That's right, Kalandra. It is on me to challenge myself in 2024. Faith is a verb. Thank you for teaching us how to do this, Tasha. Xiomara says the most important part is to maintain the faith. Yeah, you don't need God if you need it to make sense. Anything is possible. Thank you, Echo. So here's what I want every person here doing. I'm pretty sure you've all probably already registered for this, but go ahead in the comment. Let me type this up here. And I want you all to get yourself registered for the Money Manifesting Party. It will be on Zoom. It will be free. It is my, my start of the year gift to everyone. We have fun. We do this. I have my pretty glittery dress I'm going to wear because it is going to be a party. So type the word party in the comments. Check Facebook Messenger. If you're not already registered, get yourself registered so you can get the Zoom link. You can get your 2024 board. You can get all the things, the time, the reminders, all the stuff. I think we have a few freebies that we're giving you to help you prepare for the Money Manifesting Party. So type the word party in the comments. Let me check. Type the word party in the comments. Go check Facebook Messenger, right? And just do what it says. You need to actually go into your Facebook Messenger, check the message from me, and click the prompts to get yourself registered and to get you all of the links and the details and the boards and the freebies and all of that to get yourself ready for the party. All right? That's right, Janice. Party! I cannot wait to show you all my glittery dress. So, all right, one other things. I'm just coming back from Jamaica, so my accent is a mess right now. But here's the thing. Those of you that are in the Wealth Sisterhood, tomorrow at 12 Eastern, check your Facebook Messenger, check your email. We're probably going to send you a text. We are meeting on Zoom tomorrow at 12 Eastern. All of my wealthies, all the Wealth Sisters, those of you that joined the Wealth Sisterhood in December, tomorrow is our official welcome session. We're going to do all of our, oh my gosh, like my head is exploding for all the things that I have been downloading while I was in Jamaica for you. Hopefully we can get off within an hour. But tomorrow is our official welcome call. We're going to do Q&A. I have a really profound question that I've asked myself for 2024 that I want to ask all of you as you step into this year. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 12 Eastern. All of the Wealth Sisters, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, everybody else, get yourself registered for the party. No, Liz, it is not too late to join the Wealth Sisterhood. You want to go to tashachen.com/sisterhood if you haven't joined yet. tashachen.com/sisterhood. Get yourself registered. I'll see you all at 12 tomorrow. Have a great day. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.